What's up, music fans of the internet? Welcome to last week's album. I am Kevin,
I'm Derek.
and this week we're talking about an album called Silent. I know. I was just going to introduce the name of the album, Derek. Silent Treatment by Highasakite. Right. Before we go further, we got to kick things off like we always do, drinking a beer. Cheers, buddy, and everyone at home.
Cheers, Kevin, everyone at home.
Now can we go on, Derek? Is it okay?
Please, proceed.
Can't forget the beer, especially when the band is called High as a Kite. A little bit of background for you on the band. They are from Oslo, Norway. Their website calls this their debut long player, although they do have an album out. It came out in Norway. I'm not sure if they're considering that an EP or this is their worldwide LP debut, whichever. That other one came out in February 2012 called All That Floats Will Rain. There are 5 members. They are all from Norway. I'm not going to try with their names because I would butcher them, but they play everything from zither to steel drum to tooth synths to guitar to flugabone drums and, of course, vocals. And, yeah, that should give you a little bit of insight to the band, which brings us to Sounds Like. Derek, what do you think Silent Treatment sounds like?
Kevin, I think Silent Treatment sounds like M.I.A. meets Lucius, meets Bjork, meets Imogen Heap, meets Enya. And it's a lot less awkward than it might seem.
You covered a lot of ground there, but I would agree with that assessment. I think it sounds like a dance party revival on a tribal island floating in the night sky of your mind's eye. Those two sounds like should give you a weird idea of what this actually sounds like. So, key tracks. What do you have, Derek?
Kevin, I have Since Last Wednesday and Hiroshima.
All right, I've got Leaving No Traces and Darth Vader. I think Since Last Wednesday comes first, at least in order of these, so why don't you kick us off?
Yeah, this one starts off with really just really catchy. There's a lot of diverse percussion, a lot of what Kevin alluded to earlier. It starts with some steel drums and ultimately builds to these really prominent tribal drums. There's lots of airy keys and synths and just an incredibly catchy vocal melody, which, as the title would imply, is raising concern over a loved one who they haven't seen since last Wednesday, or maybe at sometimes last Thursday, because she kind of interchanges, and since she doesn't know when she last saw him or her, they can't file a police report yet because not enough time has elapsed since that person's been missing. And by the end of it, it was so catchy, I was worried. Fantastic song.
Yeah, definitely the, what's it called? The album single, if you will. I think by far the most catchiest welcoming song on the album. I love that one as well. However, for my first key track, I'm going to go with Leaving No Traces. I liked it for its layered vocals, galloping drums, ghostly backing vocals, fluttering synths, very physical, almost violent lyrics, and really catchy choruses similar to the track you mentioned, Derek. And overall, it just builds this sort of Nordic, tribal, primal vibes that I really, really dug. So definitely check that track out. Derek, what was your second one?
Hiroshima. This one really kind of builds. It starts very somberly, just minimal instrumentation, and just really builds to just this epic electric buzz, full of diverse percussion again, keys, and the lyrics just kind of follow the same type pattern. So it kind of has this meandering or unorthodox structure, which is really mirrored lyrically. So I just kind of enjoyed the kind of dance party journey type thing this thing builds into.
Yeah, I like how they started with the idea of digging your way to China, and it just went crazy.
Oh, wait for it. Wait for it.
Sorry. I think I may have alluded to your best lyric, but before that, my second key track, Darth Vader. Loved its rackety drumming, these sort of stream of consciousness lyrics. I'll give you an example. And through my villain eye, I see you and I see Paraguay, and I gotta know, am I the real Darth Vader? I'll slay dragons too. No idea what that means, but it sounds really awesome. Later we get some hand claps, bubbly bass, these fun do-do-do-do, kind of vibes, and zither flourishes. And I really dug it because in context of the album, a lot of the songs are a little bit more emotional and introspective, and this one's almost just nonsensical, so it's a nice little welcome, fun break from all that semi-seriousness. So check that one out, which, brings us to Best Lyric. Derek, I hope I didn't steal your thunder.
You didn't, but I'm going to bring us back to the introspective part of the album. This one comes from Hiroshima. I should be digging my way to China with a shovel, but wound up in Portugal. Oh, it's a long way to crawl, and I missed the earth and its blue walls. I just kind of liked the imagery they used there. It really is also reflected structurally, just kind of in this searching, taking on the world just type theme that was going on there in the song. Just really kind of dug it. Literally and metaphorically. Dug it.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with the Best Lyric also from Hiroshima, but I think it's the opening verse. Why should I know, why should I care that a tiny little thing like the sun will once be gone? I'm sure it won't be until long, besides you and I will both be gone. Just thought that was a cool way to think about the sun and existence and everyone together. So do with it what you will, interpret it how you will. That's why I liked it. All right. Overall rating, Derek, what are you giving Silent Treatment?
Kevin, I'm giving the Silent Treatment 4 out of 5. I really dug it. I thought there was just a lot of cool sounds they achieved here, as you mentioned, just very kind of diverse instrumentation, very catchy melodies, vocal, instrumentally. Just really kind of captured my attention. Heck, it was hard to whittle down key tracks just because I felt like there were so many that really stood out, really, overall. So, and there were a lot of them, so I'm giving it 4 out of 5.
All right. Well, in the spirit of Silent Treatment, I'm giving it a 5. I loved it for its poetic, inventive lyrics and interesting phrasings. Really like her accent, which isn't fair that she was just born with that or nurtured to that, whichever way. Very earthy vocals really balance out all these electronic sounds very, very well, creating this weird sort of sound space. It's very nice. And these unique, expansive style that works very different for ideas and vibes and songs. There's just so much here, and it all works really, really well. There wasn't a moment, at least for me on the album, where I was like, what are they doing here? Loved it all from start to finish. So, yeah, there you have it. Silent Treatment by Highasakite. Derek gives it a 4. I give it a 5. That means you should probably at least go listen to it. There you have it, guys. Another album review from last week's album. I am Kevin.
I'm Derek.
And don't forget to subscribe to us here on YouTube. We will see you next week with another album review. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.